Good afternoon, guys. It's your boy Frostbite. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the patch notes 1.118 for Warzone. I will say it's the new quality of life update that we've been waiting for since Warzone been released. So if you guys don't mind, drop a like in the video, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's jump right into the discussion, shall we? So if you guys don't know, the update came out very late last night on a Thursday, which was unusual, on and off like schedule for a normal Call of Duty update. Usually comes around every other Tuesday, but it came out this Thursday. I guess it's due to the COVID-19 pandemic that's currently going around, maybe it's just a date for Warzone to drop is every other Thursday for Warzone updates and every other Tuesday for multiplayer updates. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not sure. So in this update, it fixed a lot of concerns, a lot of critique, and a lot of gripes that's been going around in the Warzone community or the Call of Duty community entirely. So if you guys want, I'm gonna put down in the link in the description below. You guys can actually follow along with me if you guys wish to read the article that I'm sourcing from with this update. Again, it's only 18 gigs, so it's not a lot that's going into this update. It's not like a major title update. It's just a quality of life update for mainly Plunder and Warzone, and a little bit of multiplayer as well. So when launching Warzone again after the update has been downloaded, the first thing you're going to notice is that they changed the game mode Plunder into the name Blood Money. So I played a little bit of it just to get a little feel of it. It's pretty much still Plunder, but the only thing that really changed that you can see in the description below, or in the description when loading the game or hovering over the game mode selection, that every kill grants a package of money. I don't know how much exactly. I didn't go into depth like that. Maybe around like 4 to 6K depending on when you kill the person, because I know I killed one guy. I think I got around like $4,000 per kill. That's guaranteed. And if you do executions or melee takedowns, you get bonus money as well. I don't know how much exactly, maybe like a 50% bonus, but pretty much that's all this is. Still Plunder, but it just feels more fast-paced, because Plunder is a very tedious game. You're just constantly killing and collecting money and trying to get to 1 million or whoever has the most at the end of the game. Honestly, I'm not a fan of Plunder. It's very very casual. It reminds me of game modes from Battlefield Hardline, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not a lot of people's cup of tea. It's like something you try out for the first time while playing Warzone, but then again, you just want to jump back into Battle Royale. So one major thing they actually changed in Warzone, honestly, when the game first came out, the pinging system was very, I would say, buggy and very clunky. It wasn't very fluid for console players at all, because you have to double tap the up on the D-pad to ping an object or ping a position or ping a POI in general, but also the D-pad also doubled as your emote wheel. So if you press and hold too long, you actually will activate the emote wheel, which would hinder your movement, and you can't really aim and ping at the same time. Or if you see an enemy trying to ping him and you tap it too many times or press and hold on last time, just even a fraction of a second, you'll open up your emote wheel and you will lose sight of the target or lose aiming ability of the target, and you're stuck in that position for maybe 1 or 2 seconds, and you're making yourself very vulnerable. So to remedy that was my biggest complaint about Warzone. Honestly, that's the only thing I really complain about, minus the servers, minus the lag, minus the screen tearing, and minus the net code for it, because some games is very worse than others when it comes to buggy and latency issues. Other than that, that's another discussion for another video. But to remedy that problem that a lot of console players have been having, they added a new button layout that will be your default button layout once you reload Warzone after the update. It's called bumper ping. So with the new button layout, the bumper ping layout, they also added the flip version of it, which technically is really much of a difference. It generally just flips the function for the triggers and the bumpers, so make it so that you can shoot with your RB instead of your RT trigger, and for PS4 your R1 to your R2, and your L1 to L2 also switches as well. But what's good about this, also they also added this function for every other button layout they have available for the game, which is very beneficial for those players who like that kind of the niche or something that's a little bit different. So I'm gonna break it down for you guys real fast what the bumper ping really does and what I think they should really change for it. It's a very perfect button layout, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually kind of like it in a sense, but it's one thing I would like to change. But so first off, as I explained before, it changes your button layout to pinging, your pinging function for your button layout. Instead of double tapping on the D-pad or tapping once on the D-pad, it generally changes that so that you could just hit your LB button. And I know a lot of you guys are concerned, why where they do that if that's also your tactical button. That's where they change also as well. So as they change your D-pad to your D-pad from pinging to your LB to ping, or your L1 to ping if you're on PS4, they made it so that your RB doubles as both your tactical and your lethal equipment. But I know you guys are probably saying, but you can't use both at the same time, it'll just glitch out. No. So what they also did is that they changed the method of your D-pad to switch in between your equipment. So by default, your lethal is always active first, since that is generally the RB or R1 button. But now, if you tap once on the D-pad, which was the ping, you can switch from your lethal to your tactical and back to your lethal. It's very seamlessly, because honestly, I don't like it. I mean, it is what it is. It's not a really big complaint, but I actually do see a good functionality with this method. Overall, I messed around with this new button layout just for a little bit, not really too in depth. I'll probably make another video on that tomorrow to go more in depth into the new button layout. The only critique I do have for it, and a really quick fix, is that when you switch from, I would say, let's say for me in Backstory, I like playing on tactical, so I like drop shotting a lot. So I like pressing R3 to go prone and pressing B to melee. Since I do have an Xbox Series 2 Elite controller, which I'll make a video on a review on that in the future, I like that easier because I have 4 extra paddles and I can easily reach for the B paddle on my right side with my middle finger to melee, so I had no problem with that. The only thing is with the button layout for bumper ping is that they change those around back to the default settings. So if you guys don't know, default is B to crouch and R3 to melee. I like it to flip the other way around. With the new flip method, it doesn't change that, so unfortunately I'm out of luck. So the quick remedy to that is that if they added another button layout, which is bumper ping tactical, because for me, I see no reason for them to switch R3 and B functionality back to the default setting. It worked perfectly for me. I would say it worked perfectly fine in the new bumper ping setup. It really doesn't change nothing from tactical to bumper ping. It really doesn't really change anything, so I don't see the reason why they didn't make it so that R3 is the crouch and B is the melee. They flipped it around again, so now R3 is the melee and B is the crouch, just like in the default setting. So the quickest remedy for that is that in the next update, the next quality of life update, that they make another button layout just for tactical users. A lot of pro players play on tactical. I've been playing on tactical since Modern Warfare 2. That's a long time. I've been playing tactical for over 10 years, which is unbelievable now I think about it. But it's nothing I can get used to really quick, since I do have a scuff considered controller that I could easily press my B paddle and I'll just go crouching. It won't really change how I aim, because it's hard to melee and aim at the same time, or it's hard to crouch and aim at the same time if you don't have an extra peripheral, because you take your thumb off the thumbstick to press B, so you can't really drop shot and aim, or drop shot and shoot at the same time, unless you're playing as claw. And the new claw, not the new claw method, but in very old claw method, it's a very prehistoric method where you contort your hand to make it so your index finger presses your A, B, X, Y, or circle, triangle, X, square buttons. So also along with this update, they added about 4 new weapons, but technically 3, honestly, because in the listing they added the Mark II carbine rifle, but that's already been in the game as a loot drop for the world, I guess, for like boxes, for the instance, like finding on the floor or find them in boxes. But they added the Deagle, the 725. It says the Mark II carbine, but that's already been in there, and the EBR-14 sniper rifle, or designated marksman rifle. The pool for the weapons alone, and right before this update, was really trash. It had some AK variants, some M13 variants, some FN17 variants, the M4 variants, the MP7, MP5 variants, MP90 variants, and the R90 variant, and the Mossberg 680 shotgun variant. They really have a lot of weapons. I don't even think they had a lot of sniper rifles either. They had the Dragunov, and that's pretty much it for the world drops. But they added the Deagle, the 725, the EBR-14 too. So technically they only added 3 weapons. And I will say, yeah, they added 3 more weapons to the world loot, but I wish they could have been better. If they added DLC weapons to the world loot drop for those players who only have Warzone as a game and not the actual full version of Modern Warfare, it gives them a taste to like, hey, I found this DLC weapon and it's only available if I buy the season pass, or it's only available if I get the full game, even though the weapons are free. But it just makes it more enticing to actually buy the full game, so you don't have to gamble to get these weapons to unlock the challenges, because these challenges are not easy challenges, especially playing like Warzone or playing Plunder or now Blood Money. It will take a very long time instead of just playing multiplayer matches. That's just my idea. They should add more DLC weapons to the world loot, like basic DLC blueprints, and nothing really too out the ordinary. Obviously, these weapons are not made to be used to final circle, even though you can, because by final circles or the final few circles after the gulag closes, you most likely should have your loadout by now with your top tier variant weapons with your top tier loadouts. Another thing they fixed it so that if you down a player and the player's in last stand and they rage quit from the game or disconnect from the game or time out for any other reason, they leave the game. Beforehand, the belongings and the kill will not count. The belongings will disappear with the player and your kill will not count. But they fixed it so now it does. So now you'll get the person that you down money, weapons, ammo, armor, etc. And as well as you get the kill awarded to you. Beforehand, they only fixed it so that your teammate, if they clean up the kill, they get the kill. But now, if they get the kill or the person backs out, it still counts towards you, and you still get the reward for killing that person, which is their loot. So lastly, guys, unfortunately enough, loadout drops have been nerfed. By that, I mean the price has been increased exponentially, but not by a lot. So a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people who had private viewing or private playing of the game before it actually released in its alpha form to its beta form, they've been complaining about, saying that the loadout drop was way too easy to get on your own, that 6K is not enough. So to remedy it, I've seen a lot of YouTubers complain or even throw out as an idea of making it up to $10,000 for a loadout drop, since it's a very powerful field upgrade. For me, when I watch these videos, I'll say $10,000 is kind of a lot for 3 players. Even it's kind of exponentially a lot for 1 player, because that's almost over 130-140% increase on the normal buying price. To remedy that, I would say maybe counter offer it down to $8,000. That seems very reasonable. So Activision even did $8,500, which is not that much different from my pricing of only $500 extra. I would say that's a good middleman from $10,000 to $6,000 for a trio team. If you guys didn't hear about rumors, they're going to be dropping quads and maybe even penta game modes where you have 5 players, and adding an additional 50 players to the original rumor 200 player count per Warzone lobby, which is going to be epic. With that being said, I would like to see that in the future for the next update, they make it so that in solos, loadout drops is still $6,000 for 1 player. For 1 loadout drop or 1 loadout access per drop, since it's going to be in solos. And for trios, keep it at 8.5K. Maybe for quads, they bump it up to $10,000 to $11,000. And for penta game modes, where it's 5 people per team, and if they add 200 players to the lobby, they bump it up to maybe 12 to 13,000, maybe 12 to 14,000. And with that being said, when they add more players, obviously there's going to be more loot in the world. There's going to be more boxes, more buying purchase locations, store locations. I'd like to see that in the near future. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. What you guys want to see in the future for Warzone. I want to know your guys' thoughts. I want to know what's going on in your mind, what critique or what changes you want to make to Warzone. Put it down in the comment section below. I really want to know, guys. So guys, I want to know what you guys thought about this video down in the comment section below. Critique my video, critique my voiceover commentaries. I just want to know the truth about what's going on with this video. What are you receiving from this video? And I want to know your thoughts on Warzone Update 1.18. And lastly, and I'm making it very short, the reason why I've been absent for 3 weeks, obviously my last video did very well at 172 views, and we're getting a little bit of few subscribers. So if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. Trying to get back on the daily grind. But short and simple, the first week I've been hanging out with a lot of family members, friends that haven't seen me since I deployed. Second week, I jumped back into work, so I had to really focus on my job and learning more stuff that I actually missed over the year. And lastly, this whole COVID-19 pandemic, I've been putting a lot of stress at home and at work as well. So, overall, guys, I want you guys to stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you wash your hands frequently. Watch what you touch. Cover your nose, cover your mouth when sneezing and coughing. And if you're sick, please stay home. Your health is more important than your job, especially in America, unfortunately. But overall, stay safe, guys. Stay blessed. Stay tuned for another video tomorrow. I got a couple videos in my head I want to get out to you guys. Thanks again for stopping by to the channel. If you guys are new, subscribe. I'm your boy Frostbite. Again, stay healthy, guys. Wash your hands. And if you're sick, don't go to the doctor. Stay home and follow the procedures for now when this pandemic is over. Hopefully it's over soon. Anyway, guys, drop a like on the video. I'm your boy Frostbite. I see you guys later. Peace. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Always activate push notifications so you guys won't miss a single upload. And also follow me on Twitter. I follow back. And as well, lastly, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. We stream almost daily and we always get lit in the stream. So let's get it.